Hi there. For the next couple of minutes, I want to take you through a negotiation concept called reactive devaluation. Reactive devaluation is going to affect your negotiations whether or not you know what it is, so probably better you know about it. The concept behind reactive devaluation is that when you are negotiating with someone you don't like, you're going to view their offer lower. So in an employment context, we see this all the time. When I'm negotiating with workplace parties and the employee has been terminated, they're not really a big fan of the employer, so they're less likely to view those offers objectively. We know from Urey and Fisher, one of the things that is really important about interest-based negotiations is being able to view those offers objectively. So where did this all come from? Where did reactive devaluation come from? It actually came from a study done in the 1980s by researchers named Ross and Stillinger. They came up with a nuclear disarmament plan. They didn't tell participants who came up with it. Or rather, they told them, but they told them that it was either Reagan and Reagan's team that came up with it. They told them that it was a third-party think tank based in America, or they told them that it was Gorbachev. And what they found was when they surveyed the American population on it, the people who thought that it was Reagan were 90% supportive of the proposal. When they thought it was just a third-party think tank, that number dropped to 80% because they didn't associate good or bad with the think tank. But when they were told that it was a plan of Gorbachev, the approval rating for the plan dropped to 44%. So here's a plan that could be objectively good, but we see just by who the sender of that information is, who the person that came up with it is, the American population devalued it. So when you think about it in a negotiation context, whether it's an employer who fired an employee and now they're having their offer looked upon by this employee who's like, well, you know what, I don't really like these guys, so I'm gonna view this offer and I don't think it's a good offer, or by feuding spouses in the family mediation context. It is less likely that those parties are going to view those deals objectively. Now, there is a couple of things we can do to help combat reactive devaluation. We're gonna double check the offer. We're gonna make sure that we understand the offer. The problem with dealing with people that you don't like is sometimes you think they're trying to sneak something in, right? So you really want to go through that offer a number of times to make sure that you understand it completely. Ask yourself questions about their needs. How does this meet their needs? How does it ultimately move the yardstick for them? One of the things we talk about in negotiation is attribution bias. And we're going to say, well, they're making this offer because they don't like me, or they're making this offer because they're bad people. But sometimes being able to identify, why they're making the offer. So in an employment context, they're making an offer because they think it's cheaper for them to make an offer, right? When they've looked at their litigation costs, they've done their litigation risk analysis, and they say, you know what, this is a good offer for us, so we're going to make it. If you are negotiating with someone you're not particularly fond of, or someone who's not particularly fond of you, one of the things you can do is you can make multiple simultaneous offers. So this is a strategy where you're going to make offers where you're changing one or two things in each of the offers. What the research shows us is that when you do this, the party that receives the offer, even though they may not like you very much, is going to weigh the offers against one another. They're not going to look at you and look at the offer as much. They're going to try and pick between the options. So it helps take you out of the scenario. And the other way is to involve a mediator. Part of my job as a mediator is to help parties move beyond their dislike of each other. And I mean, sometimes it's just as simple as there's someone they don't know, or someone who is hired to be unbiased, coming in and bringing them the offer and going through the offer with them. So they're hearing it in my voice and not in the voice of the person who terminated them. And sometimes that's all it takes. Other times it takes much more work on the part of the mediator to help move beyond the dislike of the adverse party. Yeah, those are some ways that you can help move through reactive devaluation. If you do need help with workplace or labor mediation, I am always available, and my website link is down in the description. Yeah, thanks for watching.